Hello, good evening. Welcome to this evening's GCBC round the grounds in the UKBBL this evening. Let me get my camera on. There it is. Hallelujah.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Zunk. I'm just going to move up to the other channel now and speak to my co-commentator this evening, Mr. Davo, who's been a bit of a bell end earlier, and I don't mind saying that here. The first match that you're seeing on your screens right live now is from Barron Hills West. It is a Lancashire Hot Pots, the UKBBL's halfling team versus my co-commissioner Thyrus's DNA Deformers. But before I move up there, Mr. Zunk, as you are going to be featured on GCBC this evening in about 5 minutes' time for the feature match, how are you feeling about tonight's match? Or are you expecting some more elf bullshit?
Well, Gav, it's all going to come down to how good the wizard is. As
always with good old dark elf fun. So, yeah, absolutely.
If we kill all the elves, then it doesn't matter. But you know, it's the wizard. That's the key thing for me.
So it's all about winning, not killing elves. I'm not sure everyone would agree with that. Now, welcome to the viewers this evening. I hope you're fine and dandy. The other things that we're going to be covering tonight is we have the inaugural Nuffle Cup first randomised pick of skills for those teams that skilled up in the last week. So we'll bring that to you this evening during the course of the matches. I'm going to move up now and speak to my co-commentators, or my co-commentator. All the best, Zunk. Is there any parting shots you want to point in the direction of any elves out there?
We are looking out for Luanor from the Quorn Warriors. We believe that she narrowly survived a hit on her the other week. So Whiffy and Doug Graves have got a wager as to whether or not I can finish the job.
Doug Graves, I believe, has already had his pop this season, hasn't it? It didn't go terribly well.
Well, she just got a fractured skull, so that's spoiled the beauty of it. So no, we fancy a chance.
They lost though. I mean, there's no good for Slap My Pitch Up losing to the Dark Elves, is there?
What, this week? No, they won. Won this week.
Yeah, but they didn't play against the Quorn Warriors this week, did they? They lost to the Quorn Warriors.
Oh, that was an aberration. It was just an off day. The wind was blowing in the wrong direction, etc.
Fractured Luanor's skull and still lost. One would say that's not the best match.
Well, good wizard, you see. More Darren Brown than Paul Daniels. That was a problem.
David Blaine. Yes, indeed.
Shazam!
Exactly. Well, good luck. I'm going to go and speak to Mr. David now.
That's awfully.
He can give us a couple of pointers.
The team is basically TV-wise perfect.
Hello, Mr. Davo. How are we?
Hello.
Which perfect team are you talking about? Live to the nation.
Mine.
Your perfect team couldn't even beat a 1200 TV Wood Elf team, from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's true. They didn't.
Was that down to the coach, or as Zunk is insinuating, a superstar wizard?
Didn't insinuate it. I
claimed
it.
Yeah, the wizard was exceptional. It wasn't just a bit of a wizard. It was an exceptional wizard.
Why was it so good?
Because it was
fatal for a kickoff.
Yeah.
Oh, you used it straight away, did you? Right, the match that we are showing live. What turn are we on here between the Lancashire Hot Pots and the DNA Deformers live? As we're
15.
You're not on turn 15.
He is. Some of us in the crowd wish he was on turn 15.
Good pies there, though, at the Hot Pot Stadium of Blue.
Yes, they did snatch some rerolls off the Deformers.
What?
This is surely a match made for Albert the Adenine.
Well, it is, but he's currently enjoying a stun campaign.
Oh, okay. Does Zara the Slayer get to use stakes? No. No, it's only against undead. Okay.
Oh, my life, these dice!
Have another go. Oh, you can't.
So, Andy,
Oh,
out of interest for the feature match this season,
Yeah.
Zunk versus Alex Archer, what are you hoping to see?
Zunk win.
Dead elves.
Is that the most favourable
Dead elves,
result? Is that the most favourable result for you getting into the playoffs? Does it not matter?
Doesn't matter.
If one of them wins, they go from 9 points to 12 points, and I'm on 14. So, a draw, I guess, if you are looking at it from that perspective. However, from third bottom to second, there is only 5 points separate the lot of us. So, other than, I would say, the Vampires and definitely Jimbo, second place could be anybody's. Literally anybody's. You just need to win all your remaining games and you probably make it.
Do you think Jimbo's going to pick up any more points this season?
Wow. Do I think he's going to pick up any more points at all?
Well, don't you wow me? You said
no,
to me you expected him to go down with the first person not to score any points.
I don't remember that. I did remember saying I didn't think he'd go down.
It's a bit strong, isn't it, Andy?
He did say that.
Well, you know me. Court controversy.
So is he
Well, I'm not so far I'm wrong, am I? He's managed to get one draw.
Against Sith Lords, yes.
Yes. Well, I think he's obviously down, and I don't think any of the other positions are decided. Jake plays me next week, so assuming I can beat him, that cuts his lead at the top to 3 points. If Cerimol wins this week, he's on level points with me, so it could be 20, 17, 17, 16 as the top 4 go with 2 to play. So this division's not done. It's still very open.
Plenty to play for. RTSD says that Jimbo will beat the Maryland Marvel, or whatever they're called now, and then lose the rest. I don't think it's called Maryland Marvel now, is it?
Not a chance.
Not a
If
chance.
there's one game between now and the end of the season Jimbo is not going to win, it's the one against Cerimol.
That's large respect that you're hearing there from Andy for Cerimol's skills. Maryland Flame it is, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
It does suit. I grant it does suit Jimbo's tactics because Cerimol is armor 7 and Jimbo will push into him very hard. However, I suspect that the 2 mighty blow pieces that the elves have got will just make Jimbo cry again, and
moan about his dice.
Yeah,
Did I miss anything?
Cerimol will just outposition him.
Have you been tabbed out?
no, I was getting my dinner from you.
Okay. No, not a lot. Zara the Slayer knocked out a few more Nurgle pieces.
More interestingly, though, what are you having for dinner, thanks?
I'm having a slice of homemade bread, some vegetables, mixed frozen vegetables, and a couple of chicken Kievs. And that is being washed down with a Marks and Spencer's canned cocktail Harvey Wallbanger.
You live in the high life, you, aren't you?
Can I just interject here? Can we just interject? Cyrus, how are you going to plan on scoring? Do enlighten me. You haven't seemed to have done any damage to anyone.
It's, scoring is what it is.
A little secondary in nature.
There's plenty of turns to score. One thing I've learned, it's the fact that Nurgle can score on turn 8 no matter what. That's what Hon does every single match. Even if he's got to roll 3 6s, he'll score on turn 8.
On his drive.
Not even on his drive, when he's going for a 2-turn touchdown. Well, yes, on his drive, obviously. But even then, him and Errant Saint have this uncanny ability to leave themselves needing to roll a ton of dice on turn 8 at the end of every half, and for some reason, it works every time. It's very frustrating to watch. Every season.
I tried to score on turn 8 and turn 16 in my game this week. Didn't manage it on either of them.
You see, you didn't. That's because Errant Saint and Hon stole all the dice for turn 8.
Yeah, it's not fair. Still, I was lucky to come away with no damage. Oh, we're having the 1 dice block fest, are we, Thoris?
Well, there's nothing else to do. There's no 2 dice on there, so...
Better to be lucky than good, I suppose.
Always.
This is true. I'd like some turn 8 luck, thinking about it. See? Got a stunned treeman now. That's half a dozen turns.
Yeah, now you run away from it and you're fine.
Exactly.
Oh no, where's he going? Where's he going? Oh, he's got the other one down as well. This is just showing off. Over a dirty player.
I've got one that stood up. Unfortunately, he stood up to assist the block.
Right.
Oh.
Any sign of Alex
Oh,
Archer?
you have got one as well.
Yep, going into the game now.
Okay.
I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm sorry you're going to have to miss my preamble this week, as I've forgotten to make my dinner.
That's fine. I'm just going to go out of channel for a moment. Come and get me when you're ready to start the match. Right, viewers. Without further ado, I am actually going to roll for the Nuffle Cup. The players playing in the Nuffle Cup are going to get randomly decided skills as part of the rules of the Nuffle Cup. So we're starting in the division Nuffle's Nipple. Someone better write these down. I better grab a pen and paper so I can post them later. Here we go. It's like I was prepared. So, Stinkers Wood Elf team have 2 skills that are the 2 players that are skilling up. So, his Ward Answer is the first one. I'm just going to set up the table that I've pre-prepared. Where have I got them? Here they are. And we'll pop that over there. Now, this is all a bit shiny and new, so you have to forgive me if this doesn't work, but I hope it will. Right, so Stinkers has got a Ward Answer to skill up, as I was saying. There we go, that's the one I need, randomresults.com. So I can actually show you these live and then we can watch them back on the video, so I don't even need to write them down thinking about it. So this first one is Stinker's Ward Answer, Ranethel. And he has rolled a 6 plus a 2 and he's asked for the agility table. So I'm just going to populate the agility fields, copy those, and just ping that up there. There we go. Okay, so everyone can see that. So this is his agility roll. So here's the agility skills: catch, diving, tackle, dodge, jump up, etc., etc. And his skill, drawing it randomly, is jump up. His Ward Answer gets jump up. So that's the first one. Stinker's Ward Answer. Next player, please. He also has a lineman, also in agility. Here we go again. The lineman gets catch. Lineman catch. Moving on. We have Barmy Army's thrower. He wants a passing skill. So I need to get the passing skills up. Here we go. Copy those. There they are. And Barmy Army's thrower gets a safe throw. I wonder if he was high elves. I think he's a high elf, so he's probably already got safe throw. So we'll draw again just in case. He's a leader. Safe throw if he's not high elves, but if it's a high elf, leader. I'm sure Barmy Army's playing high elves. And then we've got Babalog's thrower. Babalog's thrower is going to take a passing skill as well. And he gets dump off. Dump off. Then Babalog also has a blitzer who he wants to take a strength skill on. So let me just grab the strength skills, copy those. And control, there we go. And there's the strength skills, break, tackle, grab, guard, etc. We're going to draw one for Babalog's blitzer. Multiple block. Multiple block. Not the best skill on the strength 3 blitzer, but hey ho. Oh dear. I was looking at that earlier thinking, I wonder if anyone's going to actually... Oh, Barmy is orcs, so he does get safe throw. Yes, this is the draw for the Nuffle Cup. So, yeah, Babalog's blitzer in the Nuffle Cup. All skills are drawn randomly. The only power you have is to select the skill chart you go for. So Babalog's managed to pick up a blitzer with multiple block. So Barmy Army is orcs, so he gets safe throw. Nice. Brilliant. And then Jimbo rolled a double. So Jimbo, the rules for doubles in the Nuffle Cup is you actually get to roll from both the table. You get to select 2 tables rather than just the one. Jimbo's got a thrower who's rolled a double 2, so he's gone for general and agility. So I'm going to pick up the general first and fill those in. So if Jimbo wants to go for general, Jimbo's got... Oh, we've got a casualty in the game, I can see. Frenzy. Oh, Jimbo will be pleased with that. He likes a bit of frenzy. Or...
Yes, I spotted it as soon as I clicked fucking setup. God damn it.
we haven't started watching Dunk's game yet, but that's okay. We'll get that in a minute. And Jimbo's agility skill, I'm wondering what Zunk's done now, is sprint. Frenzy or sprint, what a choice. And that is the end of the skills for Nuffle's Nipple. So we're going to go over to the 2nd division now, Nuffle's Naval, for the level ups that are requested over there. And Bob and his yak, he's got an ogre who has skilled up. So he hasn't rolled a double, so he only gets the strength options. Multiple blocks a better choice here for an ogre. There you go. Soslaw. There they are. He's going to get strong arm, isn't he? Piling on! Bob will be pleased. Bob, you've got piling on your ogre. Enjoy that. And Mailer. Finally, Mailer, you've rolled a double 4 on a gutter runner. And you've gone for agility and passing. I'm surprised you didn't choose mutation. Anyway, here we go. It's all about mutation, surely on a double on a Skaven. Never mind. So, your passing skill is Hail Mary Pass! Awesome! Mailer, Hail Mary Pass, or the agility roll. Here we go. Copy these. Move them across here. Here's the agility. Sure feet. Sure feet or Hail Mary Pass. Mailer. Awesome. Cormax rolled an 11. Characteristic, passing or general. Okay. I'm not sure what the rules are on if you've rolled an 11. So I'm going to do a passing and general roll. And then see what the bosses of this tournament actually make of it. So the passing skill for Cormax Blitzer. It's a Bretonnian Blitzer, by the way, folks. Pass. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a thing of beauty on a Bretonnian Blitzer. And then the agility. Oh no, he doesn't get agility, it's general, isn't it? Of course, they start with 3 skills, so if we roll any of those, I will just re-roll them. Oh, he's already got Dauntless. Kick. Pass or kick. And that is the end of this week's skills for the Nuffle Cup. I think there's one coach outstanding, but there you go. All done and dusted and caught live on the stream. So I can close this down now. There we go. Mailer, how are we feeling about your rolls? Let's bring in Mr. Davo. Let's see if we can bring up Mr. Zunk's match now. Oh, and it started. There we go. Bring that over here. Woo! Bit freaky. There we go. Right. Cyrus.
Right.
How's your match going?
I just tried to pass to a Nova Warrior and failed the throw. Fumbled it.
Oh, the halflings did, okay. I'm going to go and grab Mr. Davo now.
Yeah, he wasn't back in channel.
Or is he still eating?
Has the game started?
It's just game 1. I was just doing the rolls for the bizarre Nuffle Cup that we're doing, where every skill is a random skill, randomized skill. So some interesting ones. Babalog now has a blitzer with multiple block, which would be all right. That was the funniest one, I think. An orc throw with safe throw popped up.
I'll give you that extra level of confidence.
Yeah. A Skaven gutter runner who rolled Hail Mary Pass or Sure Feet. Interesting.
Well, sure feet's alright.
Yeah. Depends if you want to go fluffy or not. Right, so what has happened here to Zunk? 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zunk's match has begun. Now we have a knocked out Witch Elf already. It's going to be a very early score for the Dark Elves here, in fact. All things being equal. Will he go for the throw? Alex does like to go for an early score. There we go. He's got it. He's probably going to run it in. Looks almost certain to. Atheric Acid Blood, one of the key pieces in Alex Archer's team. There we go, he's running it in. And we've got an early score. A turn 2 score for the Dark Elves, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Mystic John. Stinkers, we've done the rolls. Did you catch them? Right.
Hello!
Hello, Mr. Davo. You missed the opening touchdown.
I know, well, you know, sometimes you've just got to eat, haven't you?
Food comes first.
Indeed. I heard everything is not completely lost, though. We've got,
I'm waiting with anticipation here for what you're going to say now.
well, yeah, I've heard that the elves have scored. However,
it does potentially give Zunk,
That's
of
it.
course, the chance to hold the ball for 14 turns, I suppose, isn't it?
yeah, I think here both coaches would be quite happy because the elves want, if they're receiving, they want to score quickly and have that as a nailed-on scoreline. So you've now got that, and you're happy. But equally, if you're the Chaos coach, you're also happy because you've got nearly the maximum amount of time possible to roll down the pitch in the first half and make it 1-1. So it will very much come down to Alex has now got 2 chances to optimise his use of the Wizard and Eldril. And if Zunk's fortunate and plays well, then he should be okay.
He won't rush into it, will he, Alex Archer? He doesn't rush into the use of the Wizard.
Just as a little update, I'm 1-0 down to the halflings, and it's the second half is received. Share receive, I do apologise.
Wow. Maybe the dice will change.
Couldn't catch a break.
Zonk won't be happy about the lack of hits there. I'm surprised he didn't choose to pile on there against Eldril. Alex is not known for his fouling.
He's finally got a KO. Eleanor, off he goes. I've just told Jimbo via a text his choice of skills with his double was Frenzy or Sprint for the Nuffle Cup viewers. I'm not going to read out what he's just typed back, but he's not happy with that choice.
He only said for fuck's sake.
Well, this is exactly what he said, yes.
If you scroll 5 messages up, you see what I said earlier.
I did see that. I was reading that. It's not for the viewers' word. Mystic John UK says, "Oh God, we don't have to listen to him. I think he's talking about you, Andy." And then he follows up with, "Oh, and Thyrus too." Wow. Mystic John is also saying in the chat there, interestingly, haven't watched Blood Bowl 1 in a long time. Amazing seeing the graphical change looking back.
I'm just pleased that we've still got Mystic John. I assume this is the point where he dropped out of the league, isn't it?
Oh, you've actually...
Blood Bowl 1 is not a spectator sport.
You have actually injured 2 halflings, Cyrus. I don't know what you're moaning about.
Oh, I've lost 2 rerolls now. That has evened up. The chef is on stand for.
You never actually told us that you were 1-0 down and you'd lost like 2 pestigores as well. That's horrific.
Well, I did tell you I was 1-0 down.
It's the loss of the 2 Pestigores that's horrid.
Well, their KOs, they should have come back, but the double 1 for rolling their KOs didn't help.
Yeah. Right.
Let's just interject here. I think Zunk's got potentially an interesting tactical choice to make here, which is the piece he's going to want to blitz is Wayun Warp Shadow, and he can get 2 dice into 2 dice quite comfortably on it. However, you're possibly going to want to run down the other wing. You're going to want to run down the elves right as you look at it, because there's only 1 elf on that side. And if he goes after Wayun, he's got to go heavily across that side of the pitch and snaffle up those 2 elves so they can't possibly be used in the event of a wizard.
Do you think the target really has to be Wayun then, Warp Shadow? Is he the big target? He's the prize scalp?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Good evening, Farin. How are we?
For those keeping count, I've just opened a can of Caprina.
Nice. 2nd cocktail in as many minutes.
Indeed.
I don't know how to respond to that. I'm concerned for Zunk here. I am concerned for Zunk here.
He's got a lot of Dark Elves down the pitch, isn't it? It was a nice deep kick.
Yeah, the kick did not help.
This is really hard. I think the way that Zunk needs to get out of this is he's going to have to bring some players back to form a cage, isn't he? I can't. That's the safe option here, isn't it? Just cage up and then. Well, he's got the wizard though. It's a problem. This is a problem because you can't really play a loose cage type thing at the moment, can you? He's got Wayne down.
Nope.
Whiffy Clef.
It's got a niggle.
Oh,
we have a red cross.
I
bet he APOS that. Oh no APOS. Interesting.
Zunk will be pleased with that.
Now what that does mean is they'll be very pleased with that. That does mean that Waz can now run up and hand the ball off to Crazy Yak, and Yak can then become inside the cage, and he can screen. I like that. That's good play. If not slightly fortunate that he'd knock him over on the first block, because otherwise it would have been 2 into 1. But good. Notice there.
So with the halfling match, both of the true trees on the team have rooted on the first turn.
So they have.
Nice. You should be able to turn her over now.
Flick over to that. There they are, rooted to the score. 1-0 down against the Lancashire Hot
Here we go.
Deformers.
As predicted, Crazy Yak now has the ball.
I suppose the only danger there was him failing the catch. 6 rerolls. How's he got 6 rerolls? How has Zunk got 6 rerolls?
How has Zunk got 6 rerolls?
Yeah.
I think it was a dice hack, wasn't it?
Good evening, Luke.
No,
I think you must have had 2.
It was a reroll. Yeah, he's had 2 kickoff results yet.
No, Mystic John, Thyros isn't playing as halflings now. He's the one that's losing to the halfling. Has Zunk got a leader? Does Zunk have a leader,
No,
Andy?
he's had 2 kickoff results. Because this is the second kickoff.
Yes, this is true. No, Mr. John Thyros is playing Nurgle. Can you imagine the rage of Thyros playing with halflings?
I'm a bit concerned about the fact that the Witch Elf with strip ball can get around the back, get around the front, in fact, and 2 dice strip ball. If there's a weakness there, that is a weakness.
He's still got a couple of blocks to make there, hasn't he? Here.
No, he's ended turn.
Oh, yeah.
That is it. It's done.
Oh, that's interesting.
The
In fact, it's
the
one
contrast,
die.
I suppose, would be that.
No, it's not. It's because it's a strength 4 piece. Crazy yak. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, this is wizard time, surely. This is definitely wizard time, isn't it?
Nah, I wouldn't use the wizard here. I would go for the 2 dice uphill and see what happens.
He's doing it. You called it. And he's got a push. Is it strip ball? Oh, that's it.
Yeah, you take
He's got the ball.
Ooh.
He's got the ball.
Oh, that is a very nice scatter. Not if you're an elf.
You're not biased at all, are you?
Although saying that, what if you're a clever elf player here? For me, you chain block Whiffy into the Witch Elf who falls into the ball, and your 2 pieces you can do that with the number 7 Blitzer and the Eldril. Yeah, they can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and go for it. So dodge and a go for it, and then 2 dodges with Eldril.
Because Eldril's movement 8, of course, yeah. So you're talking about putting Eldril on this square here, directly south of Pixie Lustful Lot, the Witch Elf, as we look at it.
Yeah.
And then
the
Brigand Dart
Blitzer on the
moves directly south of Whiffy Clef, and then you hit them with his mail, knock the Witch Elf onto the ball, and hope the scatter is more favourable. Then run in Paramore, the Pain Giver, pick the ball off, hand it off to Atherek, Acid Blood, 2-0, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's the play here. Here he goes. Oh, he's not gone for it though.
And he's totally not gone for it.
He did try the hypnotic gaze there. Oh, you see what? I don't know what he was trying to do there, actually, to be honest.
Pick it up on a 5. He was going to go and pick it up on a straight 5 with number 6, the block dodge fend guy, who's also marked by Whiffy, and hope that he hits the 5. Because it's only the only difficult bit is picking up on the 5. If you get the ball back out again, you might be okay.
See you later, Mailer. Okay. Well, the only way this turn could work out well now, I suppose. Yeah, see, it's not. Why follow up there? I don't see the strength of following up with Hithmail there.
I'd be, if I was Zonk, I'd be fairly pleased again here. Oh, we've got a double 1.
First reroll gone.
Because what this does is it allows the chaos to condense and collapse onto the ball.
Yeah.
So this turn will be much harder for the elves to get it back out again, providing
it's very much when you're playing with elves against like the big basher teams. You've got a couple of windows of opportunity, and then it's kind of survival for the rest of the time, isn't it?
Yep.
And then wait until the next half when things are a little bit looser. And I suppose the only way around that is you hope that the bash coach tends to break ranks and get a little bit cocky. Or I think what we'll see now here from Alex is he'll probably withdraw and then kind of banks of 2 and then just slow up Zunk a little bit, hope for an error or something. It's the problem you've got now.
That's the strip ball gone.
There we go. There goes the KO. Another one down.
Oh, he's he's not going to like this, because the positional blitz, you've got to take out the number 5 blitzer. I strongly suspect, knowing Zunk as I do, that we might see a blitz from Whiffy into Eldril. Oh, no, he's gone for the positional.
Which is the better play here? I'm not sure why he pushed him towards the ball. Oh, he's got a sidestep anyway, hasn't he? Of course. Okay. There you go.
Now here's a choice. Do you just drop a fireball on the top of that?
Alex seems to think so. Oh.
Well, the ball carrier's still up.
Can get a 2 dice block on the ball carrier now if he wants to.
Has he got any guard?
No, but he could use Eldril, couldn't he?
You've got to get Eldril out of there, and it's got to be marked by a tackle piece. I think the risk reward here would be a bit too high for me. Although you could drop number 7 blitzer goes and stands in like a T shape between 6, 14 and 13, so you can block Whiffy 2 dice.
Yeah.
That gets you Eldril out, and then you can do stuff.
Yeah. Although the player that you want to block with here is Hithmail, isn't it? You want to block. Do you not want to block Waz Scroat Ripper South? So it's closer to these 2 characters? Cyril and Banner?
Well, you could dodge number 4. Nah, I'd want Eldril out here.
He's going for a 1 dice block anyway.
Alex, he is. Alex has gone and done completely different to what I'd do again. Well, he's got away with it, I suppose. That's a dangerous hypno. That's a 4+ hypno. I don't like that.
So what's the play now?
In the block of 4 players at the bottom, one dodges out and goes and stands in the Bloodstain square.
Falls over with a double one.
In that case, this game should now be done, because he's spunked the wizard. He hasn't got a score out of it. The Whiffy destroys Eldril, and so long as those 2, as long as you take out Eldril now, I don't fancy the Elves have got much of a chance.
Oh, pile on there, Zunk. Surely that's. Oh, can't
criminal. Criminal.
That's a match-winning pile on there. That one's worth taking. Is it not?
Yeah, that's. I would have piled on there, but I'm a bit more aggressive. Well, you can make the ball safe.
Yeah, but that's a match winner. If you don't take Eldril out, you know, he gets another chance to reset, doesn't he, in the second half? And, you know, things can happen. Mind you, Alex Archer's going to need a jolly nice couple of rolls, isn't he? Because let's not forget, the Chaos team now grind it out to turn 8, and then the Dark Elves only get 1 attempt to get those players back. So.
This is true.
This is looking jolly nice right now for Mr. Zunk himself. Oh, and he's handed it off.
And he's handed it off to a baby Chaos Warrior.
Look at that. Straight out the Andy Davo I know what we're doing playbook.
Score with the right elf. Always score with the right elf.
In the match from Barron Hills West, still only 2 halflings injured. And the Beast of Nurgle's out the game now. He's knocked out, along with 2 pests.
The right warrior is going to score.
Yes, it has just been commented on.
Yes, the Beast of Nurgle has gone from the Halfling Nurgle game. He is knocked out.
Oh?
Yes, he's been knocked out by some violent Halflings.
Only Cyrus would manage to lose a Beast of Nurgle against a Halfling.
There was 3 treatments.
It's even got block. Oh, you're ruining the story, Gav. You're ruining the story.
The Treeman, Deep Roots has had a bit of a blinding game, to be honest.
Here's a ledge. Deep Root Strong Branch is a legend. Playing Verbal at the tabletops when he was playing Halflings, and I think he had Deep Root and Birth the Big Fist. It was horrific, I have to admit. Absolutely horrific. I'm disappointed that Mailer's not considering the Hail Mary pass option on his gutter runners as well for the Nuffle Cup. Never mind. So Andy,
what's happened to
go on.
Oh, go on, go.
I was going to say, rumour has it you've managed to squeak your way back into the World Cup. How's it going for you?
Dreadfully, actually. I see the RNG in Blood Bowl 2 is as broken as the graphics.
Why?
5, 6 dead in 3 games.
You've played 3 World Cup games already?
Yeah, I'm playing in the OCC as well.
Oh, okay. It's a brave blitz.
And I have lost 2 and drawn 1.
Well, that's not good. My World Cup
Nope.
Qualifying campaign has started quite well in the UKBBL tournament. I've won my first 2 games. Sorry to hear about your woes from work, Verbal. Yeah, was that a 1 reroll Halfling build? Was it with that half in that tabletop, Verbal? That was pretty horrific. Out of interest, Verbal, what are you bringing to the next tabletop tournament? I can spill the beans about Mr. Davo's roster.
Oh, you what? No, you cannot.
Why?
It's a secret.
I don't know what skills.
And yes, you do.
Have you given
It's
up?
a fucking obvious build as well. It's absolutely obvious.
Is it cookie cutter?
Once you name the roster, the skills just name themselves.
It is cookie cutter, isn't it?
No, the skills name themselves.
There's a little bit of strip ball in there, isn't there? A little bit of strip ball in there, isn't there? I'm sure.
There might be.
A bit of sidestep.
No, there's no sidestep.
Really?
There is 0 sidestep.
You've got the 1 turner?
Yep. No.
Wow. There we go. We've got another one.
You can't get it in. 4 normals, 2 doubles. You can't get it in.
You've given up on the Amazon
all the skills
experiment, then, have you?
Yes.
It can't be done. Is that what you're telling us? It can't be done with Amazon. No?
It could be done. I have done it. I don't need to go and buy a different coloured T-shirt of the same flavour. I already have that T-shirt.
I see.
Eldril down for the 3rd time, and he's gone. Boom. That is game.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That looks like curtains for the Dark Elves. Save something special on the kickoff table, like a blitz or a pitch invasion, or maybe even some sweltering heat. It's looking like it's bad news now.
I spoke to Coach Sunk before the start of the game, and he said to me the two pieces he wanted to get rid of were Eldril and Weiyun Warp Shadow, and it looks like on turn 6 he's managed both.
It's got to be finished.
Well, it's turn 14, 15 against the halflings. Halflings, I just cannot get the ball. The roadblock that is 3 trees and then wave upon wave of halflings has proven too much.
I suppose if you're 1-0 up with halflings and you've got 2 rooted treemen at the start of the half, it kind of only sells itself to one kind of way to
Not a lot of choice, agreed.
Yeah.
I couldn't remove the halflings, so...
And the ball carrier, of course, is a strength 3 halfling as well.
Indeed. With block and dodge.
That's a hell of a halfling, isn't it? A blodging strength 3 halfling. You gotta love that.
Ooh.
That's 3 strength stronger than Ugnash's rat now, isn't it?
Oh yes, you saw that last night. Didn't
And
you?
that is pretty much.
Yeah. And which one was it that got? That's the armor value 5 one as well, wasn't it?
It is, yeah. So it's actually worse armoured than a halfling. It's more like a snotling, in fact. In fact, he's got most of the stat line of a snotling. Just a little bit quicker.
And better agility. But apart from that, you're of course talking about what's his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. Not Sleekpaw. Nagrat Longwhisker, isn't it? The movement 10, agility 5, gutter runner. Smashed collarbone. So he's already fractured his skull twice before. Now has a smashed collarbone. You know he's going to keep him though.
Yeah, well, he still performs his primary role, so that actually is fine. You know, going back to the game we're watching here,
Yeah.
would you be tempted, surely, as Alex, to start pulling back and not committing more players? Because this turn, all that's going to happen is this Star Witch Elf, the one that's got the Dauntless and Juggernaut, which Zunk clearly missed in the first turn, will get smashed in the face by Whiffy, and probably piled on, I would imagine. I don't think I'd want that to my best Witch Elf.
Is that the best Witch Elf?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
it definitely will be getting piled on, look. Bang! Oh. I see he's borrowed Doug's cushion. And that, for people who are not familiar with pitch, is Doug Graves, the legendary piling on beastman, who actually goes up to opponents, and when he's about to pile on, puts a nice cushion down and falls on that instead, just to make sure he doesn't cause any damage.
Well, you know, when you've got a derriere that's as prestigious as Doug Graves, then why would you want to? In all due respect, want to ruin your shorts?
Indeed. He started off so well. He was like a young Wayne Rooney. He was incredible, and unfortunately took an injury to a foot fairly early on in his career. He's never been the same since. But he does play at a Manchester United type club, so I don't know.
What, mid-table obscurity for season on end?
Yes, indeed. Well, they are second, you know. He's even had a hair transplant, actually.
Who are second?
I am.
Yeah, Manchester United aren't.
Well, I can just say I'm a bit better than Manchester United then.
So, Andy, Jacobeef's second season of success, unexpected? Or are you starting to doff your cap to him yet?
I am surprised. He just seems to get lucky though in certain results. So he's 6-2-0 and he's played the Brood. virtually no one ever beat the Brood. Occasionally, Ugrat loses a game or two, but it's quite rare. And again, he's the team that's managed to beat them. It's just that should be a draw, so he should be 2 points worse off than he's got. Somehow, and I don't know how he managed this, but he played Zunk, and this was before Zunk's team got quite broken. And in fact, it was the game that Zunk's team got very broken in. And you'd think that Killer Chaos versus not particularly killy Orcs, there's only going to be one outcome there, and that is the Orcs get smashed into a thin green paste, and the Chaos walk off with a 2-0 victory. And it turned out the other way around. So that's another game that I, on paper, would massively have favoured the opponent. Both of those games went like that previously as well, last season. So while there is absolutely no disputing Jacob Eve's ability, I think he gets away with it in key games, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens next week.
Who's he playing next week?
A fully armed and operational Battlestar.
Which Battlestar would this be?
The pitch are going to take him on at full strength.
Feeling confident?
Yes, I think I will win that game.
Jacob Eve, the People's Champion, from Verbal.
Dear. Hasn't he got some halflings to go and play with?
Watching this game again, Zunk scored. Alex Archer did get 3 players back, which is pretty good. He's got 9 players for this half, so.
But no Eldril. I thought that first half was a bit of a masterclass, if I'm honest, by the Chaos. I watched it and thought it was very good, very, very good.
You're pleased with your Padawan, are you?
Very well. Played very well.
Oh my God, that was the most dreadful Yoda impression I think I've ever heard. No, that was bad.
It was a sort of
it was a half-assed
Yoda. It was, yeah. I think the only thing that Zunk's got to watch out for here is potentially complacency. The only thing that'll beat him is himself now.
A disastrous kickoff table result here. A blitz be, or a pitch invasion could be bad.
Oh, or a riot. I think that'd be pretty bad.
A riot wouldn't be so bad.
Not a riot, sorry. Yeah, pitch invasion. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. It actually was a riot, so that's 1 turn less to stall out.
No, that's fine.
Jacob Eve, the People's Champion. Amen to that from RTSD. Like it. It's very much a new People's Champion. And let's be honest, and I think I speak for all concerned in the UKBBL. We've got another casualty, another badly hurt there. Bregan de Arf, injured, badly hurt. I think I speak on behalf of the whole of the UKBBL, where Jacob Eve would be the popular choice to win the UKBBL this season. Thoughts, Andy?
Well, it'd be nice for him, as he's never managed it.
But he'd be the popular choice, wouldn't he?
Well, Leicester City be the popular choice to win the Premier League. It doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Well, this is true.
I'd like to see Jacob Eve the Leicester of the Premier League.
I'd quite like to see Crench to squeak in as well, to be honest. But unfortunately, Crench's chances are going to come to a crashing end next week, certainly, if not this week.
Was Crench the one that pulled the plug against the Kill City Stooges this week?
No, it was the Stooges were the ones that disconnected, actually, when they were 1-0 up. The disconnect happened at the American end.
My concern is that they're not going to replay the game.
Well, I hope they do, because I'd quite like a couple of those Norse werewolves to disappear, to be fair. And I have absolute faith Crench's ability to sort out the game for tomorrow night. And yeah, I lost the ATP All Stars the week before, Lupac. They beat me 4-2. I actually fell into the trap of, oh, Monfils is on the floor. I better tread on his face. So I did. Didn't he miss the game against you though, Lupac? See, RTSD, he says he's playing Errant Saint, Andy. Take back what you said about him.
Oh, that's good. No, I never said he was. I said I hope the game did go ahead.
I think you insinuated that there might be some match swerving.
I hoped there wasn't going to be any big difference.
You murdered the you murdered the ATP All Stars 2-1, largely because Monfils wasn't playing. I'd imagine, Lupac. You're most welcome.
What actually, I'm curious, because I wondered what would actually happen if Monfils died. I think you'd probably find that a young nation would probably get relegated.
Oh, there you go. Shots have been fired there by Mr. Davo. No, the stream's still going.
I mean, just going back to this game again, I really think that Zunk has positioned himself very well this game. You've got to give the guy a bit of credit here. This is going very well.
You have to be. Largely, it was because, yeah, well, I can't dispute the fact that you did actually tear them apart, and tear them apart very well, Lewis. But much to my horror, the ATP All Stars, whenever I play them and rip them apart, Monfils still seems to be able to score twice before he's gone. I actually had to injure Monfils twice in the last game to get rid of him, and it cost me the game. So never mind. You live and learn.
Oh, we have another casualty.
Got another one. You don't like it when these dark elves are badly hurt, do you? You want something more fruity, don't you?
Well, I think the only question now remains in this game is whether or not we can get the right warrior to score again. It's on 11. Potentially there should be nothing that stops it going to 14. So, yeah, I am looking for something a little bit more dangerous, but meh, what can you say, really? This is completely under control.
Looks like the Barron Hills West match has come to a conclusion. And the result was... What was the result?
So Nurgle lost to Halflings.
Looks like it.
Interesting.
Looks like it. Game on tomorrow.
Put some more one-to-one
RTSD.
time in with Cyrus.
With Nurgle, what am I keep doing with my positioning of the camera tonight? I do apologise, viewers. It's because I'm looking at the league tables on the other side. Are you any good? Oh, good grief.
Am I any good? Well.
Yeah, I'm not getting any lag here at all.
What?
Stream looks good to me. Good evening, Ceremal. Ceremal, out of interest, what are you taking to the next UK Blood Bowl tabletop, which is a little over 3 weeks away now? Something super competitive, isn't it?
I don't think it is. I heard a rumour that he was talking about taking Slan. I don't know if that's still the case.
No, it is. In fact, I've seen which roster he's taking, actually.
Yeah.
I won't share it. Anyway, Andy, you should be submitting yours fairly soon because you can see the rosters as well.
I know, I've been waiting to play someone on direct IP so I can test exactly what I want to take, and until I have done this I shall not be putting it in.
Frogs. No stars.
But
You taking blitzers, Ceremal, out of interest? Good evening, Bob and Bob's Yak. Oh, thanks, Ceremal. There you go, that's the confidence of Ceremal, that is. Share my roster with the world, I don't care. What a hero you are.
oh, I'm a little bit concerned here. Zonk's made a minor error here. He's left one dice on the ball. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Wow.
That is a big call for that. I think it's the right call here because Alex is very unlikely to do any more damage.
We'll go back to the stream here, guys. We've just seen Waz Scrote Ripper was taken down by Atheric Acid Blood. And the ball is now loose. What's the play here? Did he use his reroll? He did use the reroll, didn't he? On the
He did, yeah. It depends on how ballsy you're feeling, I suppose.
I think you have to be in this instance. It's a 3+2+ to get Hithmail out. Picks it up on a 4+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 2 extra squares as well. Throw the ball away.
Hithmail dodges out and marks the ball because Zonk's got nothing to pick the ball up with this turn. But I'd run everything round against the ball, so that Witch Elf that he's just dodged out needs to come run round the side as well.
We'll just keep an eye on this match. Oh, there we go. He's fallen over. So. Right, back to Ceremal's roster. For the table.
I'm not entirely sure we should be discussing it unless he's completely happy that we run through everything. Just because, as you quite rightly pointed out, that no one else has pretty much submitted their roster yet. And Ceremal might consider himself one of the favourites for the title.
Ceremal's actually telling us in the stream basically what he's got, Andy.
Oh, okay. Andy Tryhard. Interesting link pack.
Well, yes, Andy, you can't deny it. Lots of Slan linemen. 8 Slan linemen, in fact. And 5 rerolls. Going to be leaping quite a bit then, are we, Ceremal? 4 Slan catchers. It's bold. And a Crocs. And an Apoth.
5 rerolls, wow. Would you not be better swapping a couple of those out for Silly Billy, maybe? 1, so you've got some block. And 2... because it gives you some guard as well.
He's got some guard. I can see what he's got. What skills have you gone for then, Alex? Mr. Ceremal, sir? You should share to the nation rather than me. I'll share my roster as well. I've submitted my roster. So I've gone for a bit of a try-hard roster, I'm not going to lie. I can already tell you what's going to happen because it always happens with high elves. They drive me nuts. I'm going to lose all games to a double one. God, I hate them.
You do need to remember that high elves at low TV are not like high elves you would typically play in the UKBBL because not all the players have dodge, so they are far less mobile than you actually think they are. Yes, you'll have some games where you get away with shit, but really you should not be dodging with your players very much. What you should be doing is having some players free at the start of each turn, so you can do stuff that you want to do. At the end of your turn, you then dodge everything else out of base-to-base contact potentially.
Or I could just punch.
You don't play low TVLs. Yeah, you don't play low TVLs like you play mid to high TVLs. That is the basic mistake a lot of people
So what
make.
you're telling me is I should take plenty of block and some wrestle and hit things.
Yeah, I would. You'd do better taking block wrestle on a lot of players than you would taking
nice.
dodge. I think
that's good. Thank you for schooling me when I've already submitted my roster. Fortunately, my roster is 3 catchers, 2 of whom have block and 1 of whom has wrestle. A lineman with wrestle, 2 blitzers with tackle and a leader on a thrower, and Soren Hightower with 2 rerolls and an apothecary. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah. I like Sarah Moore's roster. That's quite nice.
Yeah. It is fragile. I'm not gonna dispute that, Bob.
I don't know, 13 players, because the stat line on a normal frog is a human lineman, but they've got long legs and leap, haven't they? So they leap on a 3. So 6, 3, 3, 8. They're not that easy to kill.
Slan lineman you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, I know the catches are on. Are the catches armor 7? I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're movement 7 though. And agility 4, so they dodge easier.
Oh, interesting to see what Alex does here. This looks like he's going to try and block something onto the ball.
Yeah, 6, 3, 3, 8 they are. Oh, he's dauntless.
Oh!
Where's it going to end?
Literally playing pinball. Literally playing.
Oh! What a place to finish. That.
He can do another block onto the ball. Actually, I know it's 2 dice uphill this time, but there's another. Number 5 can block onto the ball, which you've got to. If you're doing this, you are committed to doing this. So
yeah, true.
Carry on.
Oh, double scold. Reroll.
Oh yeah, but look.
Oh! What a... Oh!
That's quite a nice scatter. That's
not bad, is it?
Elves. It all depends. Has Hithmail moved yet? Because I can't tell on my screen.
Hithmail, yes, he has. The ones that haven't are Eleanor, number 11, the one that's just standing up now. And he's dodged out and picked the ball up.
Oh, that's dirty.
Do you know if
how many dice has he rolled? Do you think he actually had to get a bucket out this turn to shake all the dice?
You know, I wouldn't put past Alex Archer here to throw the ball to Banles on the other side. Looks like he's going for the throw here. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow.
You'd be heartbroken if you were a Chaos player here and that came off. That would be almost like Stewie's bollocks against me last week.
Okay. It's a crazy yak. It's a little doffing of the cap to... Oh, so Stewie's
Crazy
not
Yak's on
turned up.
74 points.
Stewie's not turned up for the 8:30 match. Odds on Stewie turning up.
Well, I can text him. Let me send him an SMS.
Yes, the slang catchers do leap on a 2+, of course, which is huge. Hence the.
Who's Stewie playing this week? Is it Sarah? Are you playing
It's
him?
World Cup. It's a World Cup game.
Oh right. Okay, less interesting now.
Andy. It's not Blood Bowl 2's fault that you're having a bad run of matches lately.
This is true. It's Blood Bowl 2's fault that it's wank.
So go on, Andy. You're now playing Blood Bowl 2 more regularly. What if you had a wish list of things to have changed tomorrow? What would you have?
How long you got? Oh, just 1 second. Stewie's actually ringing me.
Yeah. Stu only had 1 match and now has 6 players. Nice. I'm not sure it is a draw just yet. It's a bit early to call this a draw ceremony. Yeah, but Bob, you probably let them into ridiculous tackle zones as well. Ceremal's less likely to go with it. Oh, yes, we did do the rolls for the Nuffle Cup. If you want to see them, you can just watch this stream back. They're at about 15 minutes in. Your ogre, I can tell you, however, Bob, is going to enjoy piling on, was the skill that he got. So piling on for Bob's ogre. Congratulations. It's about as good as it could have been. It's probably the best roll because the ones that you missed, nothing exceptionally exciting on the first couple of Wood Elves. War Dancer got jump up, a lineman got canch. Then Barmy Army's Orc Thrower got safe throw. Babalog's Thrower got dump off. And then the most funny roll of the night was Babalog's Blitzer, who ended up with multiple block in the strength. I don't even know what race he's playing, to be honest. It's a team with throwers and blitzers. That'd be even funnier if it's dwarves. Jimbo rolled a double, and he's got a choice out of Frenzy and Sprint. Your ogre obviously got piling on. Mailer's Gutter Runner. He chose Agility and the passing tables because he rolled a double. He rolled Hail Mary Pass or Sure Feet. And then Cormac's Blitzer. He rolled an 11. And so he's got a choice of the plus edge, pass or kick on a Bretonian Blitzer. All useful skills. You're chatting up Stewie's other half, are you, Andy?
No, I've passed the information on in text. I didn't need to speak it out loud.
Right, things seem to have been secured for Zunk now, but it was touch and go for a little bit, wasn't it?
It was. The question is here, will Dr. Horrell be scoring, or potentially will Crazy Yak? Because Crazy Yak can take his 76-point skill here, which would be quite nice.
Scum could score.
No, it could be Scum, but I suspect it won't be. Although having another block beastie might be quite nice.
If he goes for Crazy Yak, what skill do you take on Crazy Yak as his next skill? Tackle, or something more ball carrying with the movement 7?
Well, that's
oh, he's got him down
question.
Again.
Bad scatter if you're an elf, though. That bad scatter if you're an elf.
Yeah. You have to admire the Dark Elves' pluck. Yes, there are some decent oddballs starting to develop, Bob. Indeed. Well, no, this is true. He doesn't really deserve the name Crazy Yak, does he? Not with that skill set. If he was a truly crazy yak, it'd be something much more outrageous. Where's all the decent mutations gone? Like spontaneous combustion and spikes. The good old days of Blood Bowl Edition 2. At the end of each drive, your player had a chance of bursting into flames.
I'm not sure Doug Graves would like that, to be honest.
Leprous Flesh. That was quite a good one. What was the other ones? Obese. There was a mutation called Obese. It basically made him tougher, so his armor value was higher. He was harder to injure. And the old toughness skill, the way it used to work, is it used to negate Mighty Blow. So you had Mighty Blow levels 1 to 4. And depending on the level of it, it would mean it would add 1, 2, 3 or 4 to injury rolls, etc., or armor rolls. Toughness would negate it. It was the exact counterbalance for it, because in Blood Bowl Edition 2 there were no block dice. It was all done on D6. I actually do have that star player rulebook that actually has the old mutations in it. I used to roll all mutations completely randomly on a D66.
Talking of the mutation changes,
I'll go and have a look while
from
TSD. I'll be right back.
5
Hang on 1 second.
to living rulebook 6. Oh dear, oh dear.
Sorry about that. I got all the way around there and then realised I think it's actually in my drawer here. Which it is. How annoying is that? The classic Star Players Blood Bowl rulebook. Let's pull up the mutations. Did I miss anything, Andy, while I was away?
No, not really.
The classic Slan roster. Brilliant. Hasn't changed much, actually. Mutations, here we go. So, where is it? Spontaneous combustion. The opposing coach, your opponent rolls for your player in this, may roll during the match once to see whether the player explodes. Once the roll has been made, the opposing coach must wait until after a touchdown has been scored before he can roll again. To make a spontaneous combustion roll, the opposing coach rolls a d6. On a roll of 1 to 4, nothing happens, and the mutant continues to play as normal. On a roll of 5 or more, the mutant blows up. There's no benefit in this for this mutant. The mutant is instantly killed, and any players in adjacent squares are knocked over and must make an armor roll to avoid injury. If the mutant was holding the ball, the ball is destroyed as well, and the game must be restarted just as if a touchdown had been scored. The team that scored the last touchdown starts with the new ball. If the mutant blows up in the dugout, all the other players in the reserves box must also make an armor roll. Brilliant. Classic genius that is Jervis Johnson. Some of the other ones, the usual ones were there. 4 arms or extra arms was there. Hideous Appearance is there still. Hypnotic Gaze was still around. Long Legs. Noisome Stench, which is like Disturbing Presence. It's the same thing. Talked about Obese as well. In fact, Obese didn't just give you toughness, it also gave you +2 strength. But you did lose movement and agility to boot. A bit like the refrigerator, I suppose. Scaly, which increased your armor value. Carapace, which actually increased your armor even more than Scaly. Temporal Instability. Here's another one. Dear oh lord. The mutant suffers from a weird affliction that results in him occasionally slipping into an alternate dimension and then reappearing a second or two later, having moved several feet in a random direction. The mutant's coach must roll a d6 for the mutant at the start of each of the turns. On a roll of 1 to 5, nothing happens, but on a 6, the mutant slips into a different dimension. The coach then makes a scatter roll, moving the mutant to an adjacent square just as if he was a loose ball. If the square the mutant reappears in is already occupied, both players are instantly killed. If the mutant is carrying the ball and he reappears in the end zone, he scores a touchdown. There was also a mace tail. You could use your tail to hit people at the same time while blocking. And then there was obviously the cyborg stuff, so there's the mechanical eye and mechanical legs, stuff like that. The old greaser gear grinder orc star player. Yeah, leprous flesh, that was it. Skin and flesh hanging from the mutant is sickening in sickening folds. The opponents are so disgusted they must roll a 4 or more to block the player. It's even better than Hideous Appearance. Awesome. They don't make games like that anymore.
Ceremols, Dewey is now back at his PC and will be on in the next 5 minutes.
Put the temporal instability alongside the spontaneous combustion. You'll have one of those players, will you? Brilliant. If you can pick up a copy of this on eBay, it is well worth it because there's an awful lot of fluff in here. If you like your Blood Bowl fluff, the old Star Player book is absolute quality just for the written stuff in it. Covers all the old races as well. The old skeleton rules were absolutely hilarious as well. Skeleton kickers. Whenever a skeleton kicked the ball on kickoff, the player that you choose to kick the ball on a 5 or a 6, they dislocate their foot. They have to go to the knocked out box, as it is. It was the stun box back then. The injuries worked differently back then. Ah, quality. Back when...
Why would you kick the ball with a skeleton?
Oh, well, you're thinking it like an undead team, aren't you? You didn't have undead teams as they are now. Skeleton teams was a skeleton team. They might be allowed 1 or 2 mummies if you were lucky. But otherwise, it was a skeleton team with nothing but skellies. But you did have skelly positionals, so you had linemen, throwers and catchers. You had slightly different ability. Catch Ras, throw Ras. It's more like a Khemri team, I suppose. The undead teams, as they were, didn't come around until 3rd edition Blood Bowl. So zombies, etc., flesh golems. Well, there was a flesh golem in edition 2, but it was only the one guy. It was Frankenstein. He was a star player. He was the only flesh golem. And then flesh golems didn't appear again until a lot later, with the necromantics coming out. And you didn't have multiple different types of elves. You just had elves and dark elves. There were no high elves, wood elves, etc. And elves and dark elf teams were basically the same. They had the same stats. You could have blitzers, catchers, kickers, linemen and throwers. But dark elves didn't do so well in the sun. That was the main difference. They were even worse in the sun. They had a special sun table. Happy days.
Is it a mark of note when you stop commentating on a game we're actually supposed to be commentating on because you assume it is done?
Well, we've picked up all the interesting bits and bobs, but Alex has actually had more chances than you'd have expected. And to be fair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zunk is going to have to roll some dice to score on turn 16, isn't he? With this position?
Nah.
No, he is. He can't just walk it in. Unless that player that has the ball has movement 7, which he does. Okay, so he doesn't. Crazy axe walking it in then, isn't he? Let's be honest. There's no go for it here, RTSD, because the ball carrier has movement 7.
There will be if there's a 2 dice uphill block chain pushing the ball carrier backwards.
Well, this is true.
Followed by a surf on the ball carrier. Oh, this could be dirty. This could be vile. No, he's not playing for it. Boo.
Do you think Alex has spotted that it's a movement 7 piece?
I don't know. Oh, it looks like Alex is just playing for the columns defence. Honestly, columns were so 1990s.
So you never had columns, no? This is not that difficult to score it, though, is it?
Occasionally.
Oh dear.
It will be.
Okay, that's going to be more difficult now.
It's a problem now.
What's that player on the end? Oh, he's blodging, fending, sidestep as well. That's horrible. That's good positioning from Alex. You have to salute the man. He does know how to defend with minimal players. See, we have digressed a little from the match this evening, but we're here for the interesting bits, folks. The bits that matter. Oh, and if you know, Alex does have a player in scoring position if it all goes a bit Pete Tong. Alex Archer playing for the win still.
Oh, he does as well, doesn't he? Interesting. Well, it's an interesting one because I suspect that the play here is, unfortunately, isn't it? It's blitz number 11 lineman out of the way. Oh no, it is.
Do you think
how
blitz?
clever we could be this? Blitz number 11 lineman, and I'm afraid you're going to have to dodge past. If you're going to have to dodge past, you need to do it with the Agi 4 beast. So I'm afraid it'll be scoring with the Agi 4 guy, I suspect.
He's not got dodge. He's got rerolls, I suppose. Will that get how many extra squares is that though? 1, 2.
You don't blitz with the ball. You don't blitz with the guy you can hold the ball with.
So it's a dodge of 3 plus 2 plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's not gone for that though. He has got him down though. Square you've got to fall into is that one, obviously. 4, 5, 6. This was it's got 2 go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 go for it. 2 go for it. One reroll.
Oh, you can now, so you can now score with the
Yeah. Oh, he's handing it off. Oh, he's failed the handoff. He's handed it off to Flush. Oh. Why do the handoff?
scoring with the right elf.
But
All that scoring with the right elf.
But he was already on 51 star player points. I don't see that, Andy. I'm sorry. I do not see Flush as the right. That's moved him on to 54 star player points. I do not see what was a. I mean, Crazy Yak could have run in the end zone there, skilled up with 2 go for it, so it would have been easier. No, I'm sorry, Andy.
Well, at the end of the game, we can interview him and find out what he did.
Well, Alex made it difficult. He really did. But it wasn't to be, and now Pixie Lustful Lot wakes up. Update from Altdorf East. The Dark Doom currently playing the Rolling Bones, Angus 1903's Orc team, who aren't having the best of seasons. They're 1-1-5. It is a bottom of the table clash. The Dark Doom are 0-2-5, but the Dark Doom do look like they're going to be going 1-0 up on turn 4. They do score it. Some early casualties for the Chaos team. It's not the team it once was, the Dark Doom. Once proud. Oh, they've only got 3 Chaos Warriors that are fit at the moment as well. Oh no, they haven't. They've got 4. I lied. Right, is there any chance here for Alex to score a 1-turner? Or does he need a riot?
He's got the minimum required pieces. Oh, he's not set up for a 1-turner, so no.
So the minimum required number of pieces to score a 1-turner is 8. Yeah?
8, I think. Yeah. It might be 9 in certain circumstances, but I think you can do it with 8. But it's made harder by the number of piece you're trying to do it with. You typically need 2 walls of 3, a spare guy, a guy to go and throw the blitz, and a guy to go and fetch the ball. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 players. You can normally engineer it with 9. How many has he got? 8. You might get away with 8, maybe. Oh, Whiffy's going to get it in the face. Ooh, interesting.
And Whiffy's fine. And that's the game, folks. You can lead the post-match interview, Andy.
Oh no. After you, I wouldn't want to be considered biased.
I know,
But I'm rather pleased.
Jolly good. Let's move up to Zunk's room. Hello, Zunk. Congratulations on your win this evening. It was a bit touch and go at the end there.
Bit touch and go? Jeez, you can say that again.
I do have to ask, why did you elect to score with flush rather than the?
Yeah, no, I thought you'd be wondering that. He needs claw so massively badly. I've got 2 claw on the entire team. Bit of a gamble, and to be honest, it was partly in the heady haze of excitement that I didn't think I'd get that fend sidesteppy bugger out the way. So statistically, not the best way to do it, but I had my own reasons. He was the right coat.
Well, congratulations. It could have ended so very differently. A few dice here or there. I thought Alex Archer actually put a real fist of it, considering he lost Wayoon and Eldril and his wizard by turn 6. You must have been over the moon at that stage of the game.
I baited the wizard, basically. You've got to get it out of the way, otherwise it just ruins your life the whole game. So I presented him with a real fat target, which he quite reasonably took. But again, because I clustered so many together, I was taking a bit of a gamble. That even if he knocked a couple of them over, and I think he got 3 in the end, did he?
Yeah.
That the ball would still land somewhere relatively safe. I would say two things. That first of all, to make me work so hard in the second half, Alex rolled a lot of dice. I did give him a 1 die blitz on the ball, but to get into that position, he was making dodges through tackle zones, dodges with L's without tackle, etc, and I was hoping he'd come unstuck, but he didn't. And then the other challenge, that the worst nightmare, because I've no longer got a grab warrior, is that the sidesteppy L's get in on the action, and then you've got to think very carefully about what to do with them. But no, overall it went very well. I was fortunate to get the quantity of casualties early on, which gave us a fighting chance.
Well, congratulations. I'll leave you and Andy to discuss the victory this evening, and I will say good evening to my viewers. Same time next week, as usual. GCBC will be back on the air as we get to the end of the current UKBBL season. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Gav.
Thank you.
Bye.